Broadcasting live from number 7 to 9 Shine Street in Port of Spain. This is Hot 93.
5, 6, 7, 8. Move, be gone. Don't make her too strong. We get back. Don't let her attack. Move, be gone. Don't make her too strong. Move. You can't be classy. Don't make her nasty.
P double O to the is if. Once they call the P to the O, then I live if. I don't f with cops or the SWAT like an insect. But if this little piggy wanna top me, then I'm with that. Cause this little kitty got that meow, meow, meow. Make a man tell his girl chow, chow, chow. Then fly me out to Venice and Canal, now. Put his walk in my water, screaming bow, bow, bow. Where my dogs at? Shawty face beat, I applaud that. My shooters say ski, had to pause that. These don't eat, they be starving. I'm all that, a bag of chips and a soda. Your face ashy like coke. Damn the cola. Poof.
Be gone. Don't make her too strong. We get back. Don't let her attack. Move, be gone. Don't make her too strong.
Okay.
You can't be classy. Don't make her nasty.
Flex on a same big bang. Run the pockets, I ain't giving out no free play. I don't give a f about no he say or she say. I sleep good and get ate like a buffet. Heavy. Blowing up my phone, you burning me up. Tryna post me on your socials, you pressing your luck. Don't compare me to these that be gassing you up. I got a listed waiting to be the next runner up. I ain't working.
So I've officially dubbed the song the icebreaker on the Zoom. Every time we are about to set up a meeting via Zoom, set up an interview via Zoom, my apologies, and I play Kyle, you made that poof be gone, there's always a giggle. And I see them holding back. Guys, you can giggle, it's cool. I know, it's TikTok music, we get it.
Yes.
Welcome to the final hour, not the final hour, the second hour of your Morning Madness. My goodness, I am definitely rushing the day. The second hour of your Morning Madness right here on Hot 93, and especially welcome to definitely one of my friends, a guy I've known for like, let's say, most of my life at this point, Amiel Mohammed, also joined by Haran Ramkaransingh. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Yes, you did.
Wonderful. Morning to you, Amiel.
Good morning, Amanda. How are you doing?
Amiel, you live across the highway from me, and I never see you. I could probably pelt a stone real hard and hit your house, but I've never tried. So I hope you're doing well. Now, guys, we are talking some serious business this morning. A topic that, as you guys rightly said in your email, it's a conversation that's not easy to have. It's a hard conversation to have when it comes to racism in sport. So Amiel is representing the Trinidad Tobago Football Association. I'm correct, right?
Yep.
Yes. Great. And of course, Haran Ramkaransingh is the legal services at the Equal Opportunities Commission. Am I correct with that?
Yes, it's Equal Opportunity Commission.
Okay. Equal.
Yes.
You see,
Yeah.
Email, you're wrong email. You sent me that message, email. You're trying to set them up. Not cool,
Yeah,
man.
don't send any big stone for me.
I'll try not to. So, Amiel, let's get to you first. What exactly is the roundtable discussion? How did it come about? Why are we doing this now?
Well, the TTFA, in collaboration with the Equal Opportunity Commission, came together to partner for this initiative. We saw that in our recent Gold Cup match versus Mexico, it was riddled with incidents of discrimination and a lot of racism, especially through social media channels. So we were approached by the EOC to really have this panel discussion to address the topic. It's a topic that you mentioned is a hard conversation, racism in sport, but it's one that we need to have. It's one that we need to keep pushing that awareness, pushing these hard conversations, because only when we have things up in the front, in the face of us, we could then start to address it.
Now, would you say that social media is part of the evil that has come onto sport now? In all my life growing up, I've known sport to be something where it brings people together. There's happiness, there's a joy in playing sport, regardless of the sport, whether it be football, cricket, you name it, people come together. But since the dawn of social media and sport being part of social media, do you think that it has now given viewers and fans of the sport a platform to just bash who they would normally not bash?
I think social media has created opportunity. What we see a lot of times is that negative comments and persons who might have negative slants, they utilize that opportunity more than most. Whereas there is the next side of it, where there's opportunities to spread positive things. A lot of times the negatives are the ones that really hit home. So it is a matter of trying to find that balance. And we hope that with these kind of panel discussions, especially as we're hosting it on Zoom, would be that positive slant to it. Because a lot of the times it brings different kind of aspects into focus. Because I'm sure that the players at the Gold Cup did not anticipate the flat out barrage of social media attacks and even death threats actually from individuals. And they were just doing their job on the field. So it brings all of these items into focus, and sport is really a mirror for society. It has this unifying factor, whereas as we see, there are other factors involved with it too. So the conversation is very important.
That's great that you guys are putting that conversation on the board. Haran.
Either one is fine. Haran is fine, yes.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
I forgot. I want to know what exactly is the role of the Equal Opportunity Commission in this panel discussion?
Well, we're facilitating the discussion. It is part of our mandate because the Equal Opportunity Commission is a statutory body. We are created by an act of parliament, the Equal Opportunity Act. And one of our purposes is to work towards the elimination of discrimination in certain areas. We are mandated, for example, to receive complaints from members of the public who believe they've suffered discrimination in 4 broad areas: in employment, in education, in the provision of goods and services, and in the provision of accommodation, where that discrimination is tied to certain personal and inherent characteristics. And right now, the Act deals with 7 status grounds. They're called status grounds. One's race, one's ethnicity, one's religion, one's sex, one's marital status, one's disability, and one's origin. So most Trinidadians use the words race and ethnicity interchangeably. So we took on this project as part of our mandate to treat with issues of race and ethnic discrimination.
That's really awesome. And how exactly did the TTFA and the EOC come together? Is it that when you all saw the racism that was happening after the Gold Cup, did you all reach out to each other and decide, hey, this is a serious thing that we need to deal with as not just an individual body being the TTFA or the EOC separately, but to come together to really address what is happening? Did you all decide to collaborate, or was this something mandated from, like, let's say, a higher up?
No, I think it was a joint discussion between the TTFA and the EOC. And I guess maybe Amiel could speak more to it than I would because he was more involved in the planning stages. But it was something I think both bodies felt that it's what you call a teachable moment, and that this thing happened in Mexico, and it really was a catalyst for for taking this opportunity and seeing where this conversation can take us.
So, Amiel, as he mentioned, putting it together, clear to address that?
Yeah, well, as we've seen over these last couple months, the racism in sport, as we even venture back to the Euros and what some members of the English team had to endure, has been a hot topic per se. And then our incident in the Gold Cup really brought it together from a Trinbagonian perspective. So that when the EOC reached out to us for this collaboration, we were in full support, because it really needs to be addressed, and it needs different stakeholders to work together collaboratively. So it was really presented in an excellent format and an excellent light. We have great panelists that are going to be involved. Some of the same players who experienced the racism be given their own accounts. So that kind of unity between different bodies and pushing forward the conversation is what we really were enamored by.
Are you able to share with us who exactly will be part of the panel discussion this afternoon?
Yeah, we have Dr. Crystal Jane Verasamy as a commissioner at the EOC. We have Marvin Phillip and Alvin Jones as members of that senior men's national team who were there at the games in the Gold Cup. Representing the senior women's team, we have Naomi Guerra, and then we have Kenwin Jones, who I don't know if you would like to be called a more elder statesman at this point in time, but he would be given that his perspectives from a very experienced point of view, having played at the highest level and represented our country with distinction.
And how exactly can the public be part of this discussion?
We have a Zoom link available, and we encourage everyone to register. You can access the Zoom link via the EOC's website, as well as their Facebook page and the TTFA's Facebook page as well. And you could just register. It will be available via Zoom as well as via Facebook Live at 5:30 p.m. today.
That's really good. So 5:30 p.m. this afternoon, guys. You need to really be part of this, be a fly on the wall inside of this panel discussion, because it is definitely something that we need to discuss. We can't keep dancing around, and I'm gonna say it. We dance around racism and you know these really horrible things that are being said via the internet. We just don't seem to really take it seriously, and we need to stop doing that. And I think a great place to start is definitely in sport. And one final question for you guys before you head out about your day. What exactly is the end goal for the EOC and the TTFA? Because it's one thing to have discussions like this, yes. It's one thing to have stakeholders with you. But what really and truly is the end goal after the panel discussion today itself?
Well, the EOC is really hoping, two things. One, there will be a heightened awareness so that persons who are listening and the wider public will be more aware of these issues and what the players face when they go out there. The second goal really is that the EOC is hoping to launch what we call the Pass the Ball Challenge, so that having held this discussion with the TTFA, we're hoping now to, over the coming months, to hold similar conversations and panel discussions with other sporting bodies, the Olympic Committee, the Cricket Board, all of these different sporting bodies, boxing, hockey, you name it, because we're certain that all of the players in all of these areas also face their own particular issues. And it is a useful opportunity for persons to have this conversation and bring it into the national focus.
And the Pass the Ball initiative, can you explain a little bit more? Amiel, you could probably take this one. Explain a little bit more what exactly it is.
Well, when we'll be launching the Pass the Ball initiative, the idea behind it is that us as the TTFA would pass the ball to another sporting organization, and that sporting organization, with the assistance of the EOC, would hold a similar forum, a forum geared towards their particular demographic, because as Haran mentioned, each individual might have had different experiences. If, for example, that other sporting organization is the TTOC and it's the Olympic athletes might have had varying different levels of discrimination or racism in their own Olympic journeys. So having their story be told, as well as having that conversation, is extremely important, because when we have the conversation and we share the ideas, then we might be able to come forward with possible solutions. What might have worked in one context might work in another context. And the idea is that when we pass the ball to them, they will pass the ball to another organization, so that we could continue that discussion.
That is really some amazing work, and I really do hope and wish you guys all the best in making a difference, not just in football, but in the sporting world that is here in Trinidad and Tobago. Because, of course, we can't try to fix things internationally before we fix things at home. And I'm really, really happy that you have taken the initiative to help our sportswomen and our sportsmen, whatever walk of sport they decided to enter into. It's really, really great work. So, Trinidad and Tobago, in case you haven't realized, it's not that they're just trying to do it for football and trying to combat racism or make this particular Gold Cup situation that happened to our team and make it a teachable moment, but they're also trying to spread it everywhere. Spread it to every single walk of life, because you never know. Because sport is one of the first things they tend to put kids in as in school. Except me, because I just was not a sports person in any way whatsoever. But I think that was good. I'm forever not out on my cricket team back in St. Joseph Convent, Port of Spain, because they never put me in. So I'm always not out on the on the list. So I think it's very, very important that we try to combat racism, and I think it's important to realize too and acknowledge that racism is learned. Kids aren't born with these ideas in their head. They learn this over time. And I think, yes, it's kind of like moving backwards, where we're trying to get rid of racism from the top down versus from kids go up. So it's an interesting thing, and there's a lot of ideas that are going to come forward in this panel discussion this afternoon. Remind me the time, 5:30?
Yep, 5:30.
And then just remind us of where we can find that Zoom link.
The Zoom link is available via the Equal Opportunity Commission website or their Facebook page and the TTFA's Facebook page.
Wonderful. Amiel, Haran, thank you very much for chatting with me this morning. I do wish you guys all the best. And I really, I want to be able to say at the end of this that this was the start of the end of racism in sports. This was the start of that. So congratulations on all the work that you guys are doing. I know it's not at all easy. You would have wanted to have this kind of discussion in person, I would more believe, rather than via a Zoom call. But, you know, the world is the way it is right now. So, yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So we just keep pushing forward. Congratulations once again. And of course, Amiel, please keep me updated with what is happening with the Pass the Ball initiative as well. Let me know if things are, people passing the ball and people are getting that conversation on the road. Let me know how else HOTT93 can help you out. All right?
Thanks a lot, Amanda. I really appreciate the support.
No
right,
problem.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Haran.
Okay, same here.
All right, so guys, we're going to continue with the music right now, and this one goes out to the entire sporting world here in Trinidad and Tobago. Y'all are the true titans. Y'all bring us together, and we're going to continue to be together because of sport.